The year is 150 million BC.
My boy is on.
Dinosaurs roam
What's
the
up, man?
Earth, and Cyberpunk is first announced as a launch title for the Atari 2600. Millions of years elapse as the game is delayed time and time again, until finally, December 10th, 2020, Cyberpunk is released. And the game still isn't finished. Playing Cyberpunk right now is like playing an early alpha version of a game that is years from completion. This is like pre-early access. Sony is actually issuing refunds for this game and has taken it down from the PlayStation Store.
Did everybody who buy on PS5, PS4 got a refund?
I don't think I've ever seen that happen to a big name release like this. More and more big titles
That
like
is
this are being
ridiculous.
released in an unfinished state, and it's gotten to the point where gamers are so conditioned to glitches and bugs they don't even notice them anymore. So when I actually hear people that aren't me noticing bugs and glitches, I think, oh shit, this game is fucking broken. That being said, the glitches are very funny. I think a lot of my enjoyment from Cyberpunk actually stemmed from the bugs. I never knew what crazy bullshit would happen next. Everybody just has guns out of nowhere, no matter what they're doing. This dude is stretching with a gun. This dude is lifting dumbbells with the hand he is currently holding a gun with. The hair physics, body animation combined with super detailed environments and lighting. Guns have unique animations. Cars have glossy exteriors and modeled interiors. When Cyberpunk is at its best, it can look very impressive. Unfortunately, Cyberpunk is rarely at its best. You can have all the fancy effects in the world, but the second characters start doing this, the illusion is ruined. Even during cutscenes, you aren't safe from bugs. Look at this lady in the background. What is she sitting on? Now she's drinking nothing. This woman was getting a surgery done on her, then I walked into the room and this happened. Once NPCs get spooked by something, they are permanently scared for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Character animations range from super realistic to embarrassingly bad. Every time someone gets in and out of a car, it looks like this. I had one mission where the time of day would just instantly change back and forth, and then you have all of the performance issues. From what I understand, playing Cyberpunk on a PS4 is like this. Most people getting this game are playing it on a PS4 or Xbox One, so this is unacceptable. I played this on PC and the frame rate was all over the place. I don't have the latest graphics card or processor, but my computer can usually run just about anything I throw at it at 60 FPS.
Doom is optimized though.
Cyberpunk would usually sit around 30.
Can we not agree, Chad, that even though it's not the most cutting edge game, Doom was super well optimized. It ran like water, dude.
FPS. Cyberpunk would usually sit around 30 to 40 FPS, but when it dipped, those numbers went down big time. If you can get Mario Odyssey running at 60 FPS on a Nintendo Switch, and God of War, Red Dead 2, Last of Us 2 running at a stable frame rate on a base PS4, then there really is no excuse. These are state-of-the-art games, but according to video game marketing, every hyped-up game is state-of-the-art, right? Cyberpunk is just straight up a very poorly optimized game right now. Let's talk about driving. The driving is like, it's about that good. I've seen some truly psychotic claims that the driving in this is on par with Grand Theft Auto 5. The people saying this should seek medical attention because something has happened to their brains. Your car will come to a complete stop from hitting a tiny curb and then also ram through a boulder in a car like nothing. But I mean, still better than Death Stranding.
Oh no, that was.
Cyberpunk is set in a truly dystopic vision of the future where OnlyFans became a larger company than Amazon. Night City is full of stunning architecture, neon lights, vending machines, obnoxious ads, and a disproportionate amount of strip clubs and sex shops. It would have been cool to see what a futuristic zoo looks like, or a stadium, or a museum, or anything other than a store called PP. Then there's the combat.
Ooh, the combat. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. Huh?
The wonky gameplay nearly collapses under the frame rate drops and bugs. Mostly my dude would just walk around one-shotting everyone with a shotgun while sucking down inhaler juice. Enemies don't understand how to respond to you going past their cover spot. The hand-to-hand combat is possibly the worst ever in a video game. Every time you die, it's to a landmine that one-shots you. The combat music never stops blaring over everything, even after after everyone has been dead for 2 hours. One time it even started playing the same song twice, overlapping itself. You'll shoot an enemy and they'll just get stuck on the terrain. This happened to me like 20 times.
I'm right here. Come on!
This dude tried to spawn in an elevator but failed miserably. Some enemies can do this, and I think that's the game functioning as intended. There are stealth options and watchdogs hacking to keep things fresh, but sometimes enemies will spot you through a wall or object because they feel like it. It's all so blatantly broken, but I mean, you know, still better than Death Stranding.
Death Stranding was really bad for that too.
Nice.
You know what? You're right. It is nice out here.
Never been out this way?
No, I have. Just never noticed. Never had time to just sit down and watch.
What is that pop?
It slipped through my
Then we got the story, which is the strongest element of the game, but also the part of the game that can't be patched or fixed. Even though you have a strong premise here, the story itself is very plot driven. A lot of the dialogue is, we're gonna go here, we're gonna hack this computer, we're gonna talk to this guy, and this is how the microchip works, and this is how brain dances work, and this is how you write a program. CD Projekt Red, and I want this guy to hear this too. Nobody gives a rat's fucking ass about the minute details of fictional technology. That should not be the focal point of dialogue in your game. That should be information found like in a log file that's hidden under a bed somewhere. The story can also feel very disjointed at times. I picked the
Guys, why when I said this, people said it's because I was ADHD. When I said this, nobody agreed with me. The story felt hollow because I felt like I didn't know what was going on and where we were going. It felt hollow because of all this tech shit, dude.
A career worker who gets wrapped up in some disturbing corporate espionage. Then some dude snatches your microchip, so you have to quit your job immediately despite being so involved in this insidious plot. And then you instantly become a low-level gangster in a montage, and then one of your first missions as the low-level gangster is to steal a super secret microchip from the most powerful man in the world. On top of that, a dozen different characters are constantly calling you and giving you side missions at the same time you are currently pursuing a side mission from 10 phone calls ago that you forgot the entire premise of now.
Hey, it's Rachel.
Attention all NCPs. Suspected organized crime activity reported around some construction.
All of the most powerful moments of Cyberpunk happen when you can finally shut out the white noise and the barrage of bullshit information and actually focus on what's happening.
It's a Zoom call in game.
Another thing that worries me about this game is how many of these great moments will players miss, and how many did I miss? The minimap makes almost no distinction between the higher quality narrative driven side quest and the Ubisoft tier copy and paste filler. I wouldn't be surprised if most people ended up completely missing out on my favorite questline in the game about the sentient soda machine because he's tucked away in a little corner. Likewise, the ending that I got, which was in my opinion the most satisfying one in the game, Steam says only 1% of people actually got that ending. I realize this is a very negative and critical video, but I actually did enjoy this game. Cyberpunk 2077 is carried by actors and animators, and it's refreshing to absorb those details in first person. I went into this thinking Keanu Reeves would be in here for like an hour, but no, he is one of the main characters, and it makes the game that much better.
That's kind of real.
Evelyn, Flaming Crotchman, Victor, Brendan, Judy, Pan Am, Rick Ross, Delamain, Goro, Hideo Kojima, and of course, Johnny Silverhand. These characters have more personality and soul than anyone from these games, and for that reason, I'd say this is one of the better open world games I've played. I would put it right about here. So yeah, that's what I think about Cyberpunk. Oh shit, I forgot about Minecraft Saturday.
Chat, guys, listen, is this his tier list? I don't even agree with this. I think Far Cry is a little more far down, and Ghost might be a little more far up. And Death Stranding, come on, man. Guys, the thing with Death Stranding, chat, is that, yeah, I get it, it's bad. It's behind me, it's Breath of the Wild. I feel like the cutscenes and the story actually bridged the game decently together, even though, yeah, there was a lot of dog shit.
Games I've played. I would put it right about here. So yeah, that's what I think about Cyberpunk. Oh shit, I forgot about Minecraft Saturday.
Hey, thank you. Watch your shit, Simon. Or much love. whatever you choose. If you don't like it, you could just say stop watching my content on Twitch, and I'll tell you, you know, I don't know. I'll pretend like I didn't see it. Guys, what is this? Google Feud. Guys, what is this? Google Feud. Guys, is this gonna hack my computer?
Finally got my 1 year.
Okay, chat, we'll play in a minute, chat, but guys, listen. Because I have to pee, guys. Chat made me chug a bottle of water one tap to try if I could boom, and I have to pee so bad that I'm going to explode. Dude, is this what it feels like to drink water?